Hey there, my name is Sage and you are watching D&D Daily. Today I'm doing a blind stat block reading that comes from Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep, the Slithering Bloodfin. Covered in vicious-looking crimson spines and sleek scales, the Slithering Bloodfin flashes through the lightless waters of the Netherdeep. As it swims closer, its toothed maw comes into view, just before it unhinges its jaw, clamps down on its prey, and swallows it whole. A slithering bloodfin looks like a giant eel with a head like a shark's. It magically siphons life energy from swallowed prey and uses that energy to repair damage to its own body. When a bloodfin dies, its body bursts. The resulting gore is toxic, threatening to infect nearby creatures until it is dissipated by currents. I really like that description. I'm excited for this one.
Oh, beautiful.
The Slithering Bloodfin is a large aberration that is unaligned, has an armor class of 16 and 93 hit points, has a movement speed of 5 feet and a swim speed of 50 feet, has plus 5 to strength, plus 2 to dex, plus 3 to con, minus 4 to intelligence, plus 0 to wisdom, and minus 4 to charisma. We have proficiency in the perception skill, as well as immunity to poison and the poison condition. We have a blind sight out to 100 feet, and we are blind beyond this radius, and a passive perception of 14. We do not speak any languages. We have a challenge rating of 9 and a proficiency bonus of plus 4. Moving into our abilities, we have Death Burst. When the bloodfin dies, it explodes in a cloud of toxic blood. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the exploding bloodfin, including any creature swallowed by the bloodfin, must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take an average of 10 poison damage. A creature inside the bloodfin, when it explodes, falls prone in the space formerly occupied by the bloodfin and is no longer blinded or restrained by it. It also has water breathing, which means that the bloodfin can only breathe underwater. Moving into our actions, we have multi-attack. The bloodfin makes one bite attack and one tail attack. Bite is a melee weapon attack with plus 9 to hit. It has advantage if the target is missing any hit points. Has a reach of 5 feet and hits one target. On hit, it does an average of 14 piercing damage, and if the target is a creature, it is grappled, with an escape DC of 15. Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained and the bloodfin can't bite another target. The tail attack is a melee weapon attack with plus 9 to hit, with advantage if the target is missing any hit points, has a reach of 10 feet, and it hits one target, on hit doing an average of 19 bludgeoning damage. Moving into our bonus action, we have Swallow, which is a melee weapon attack with plus 9 to hit, a reach of 5 feet. Hits one medium or smaller creature the bloodfin is grappling. On hit, the bloodfin swallows the target. The swallowed creature is no longer grappled, but is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside the bloodfin. It takes, on average, 14 necrotic damage at the start of each of its turns, and the bloodfin regains hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt. A bloodfin can have only one creature swallowed at a time. If the bloodfin takes 30 damage or more on a single turn from the swallowed creature, the bloodfin must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw at the end of that turn, or regurgitate the creature, which falls prone in a space within 5 feet of the bloodfin and is no longer blinded or restrained by it. The Slithering Bloodfin's tactics are fairly clear. It is a dark water hunter, so it's going to be in the depths where eyesight is basically useless. It'll use its blind sight to choose a target, something that looks tasty, and is going to go directly towards that target. It's going to start with its bite attack, then it's going to hit it with its tail, and then it's going to swallow it, and then it's going to leave. Using the water as its primary defense, where it has high movement speed and a lot of enemies don't work well in the water. Because the Slithering Bloodfin is trying to eat and it's only able to digest one creature at a time, it makes no sense for it to swallow one and then stick around and fight the rest. That's not in its nature. What it's going to do is grab one, swallow it, and leave.
Bye-bye. See you later.
So this combat could be quite deadly if your party's not prepared for underwater combat, because chasing a creature that moves at 50 feet underwater can be really tough, not to mention that your attacks, and especially ranged attacks, get a lot worse underwater. And keep in mind that this is dark water, so if they get past a certain threshold, you won't be able to see them anymore to do any attacks. So at that point, there's a good chance that the PC who got swallowed is dead. So this combat will likely become one of your teammates gets swallowed, and the real combat comes to trying to get them out. That's the encounter. It's less of a direct combat and more almost of a skill check situation where you are required to do a certain amount of damage to get them out. This could be really devastating and deadly, so be careful running this. And of course, you can run it where it swallows it and then sticks around, but that doesn't make sense. But it could be nicer to your party. Well, anyways, that's my initial impression on the Slithering Bloodfin. What would you do different, or how would you run it different? Let me know in the comments down below. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day, so if that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.